Today we're in South Hadley, Massachusetts. We're at the Precious Blood Cemetery, and every Catholic cemetery has various sections that are very important. They have the old section, they have the pre-circle, they have the pauper section. They'll also have a baby section. And today we're going to show you that baby section. We have to walk through the pauper section to get there. So I'll tell you about other things along the way and we'll come back. So, anything you want to know today?
What are you going to find in the baby section?
I think we're going to find two things, because a baby section means two things. It means when the non-baptized babies are buried, then they'll have a special section from them where the ground of the cemetery is not holy anymore, or was made holy. And there's also a section where parents wanted their young child to be buried separate from the adults for a lower cost arrangement, and also just a special place. So we're going to be able to look at that today. That's good. All right, so let's go. All right, so this is the pauper section, and I've made a few videos of this Precious Blood Cemetery, and so you'll be able to see many of those features, including a memorial to the fire victims that died here, and also the priest that is buried here. Right here is one young child, but it's not the child section. It's not all made him into this. It's 3 months old. This child was born, baptized. Was probably baptized before that. The Bernays family, I have a video on them. Notice that one of the youngsters was only 3 years old, but four children are listed have been died in that fire. That was a separate fire from the church fire. Now some of these are children, but if you want to get out to the pure section where only children are going to be, you usually have to go to the back left of a Catholic cemetery or the back right. And usually also in that section will be pauper section. All right, so let's see, we're going to find back here. Now, if the leaves are in the ground already, you probably have a hard time finding this. All right, so this is kind of thing you go looking for in the summertime in order to figure out what you're looking at. All right, so this one is a loving memory of Stephen Milhut, 1953. Probably was baptized. And there's another modern one, Raymond Labonte, 54 to 57, probably was baptized. He was 2 years old. Now this one in the middle, I think I'm reading that is 1900. It's hard to read the exact dates on it. And he probably was baptized also. So this is a section where people wanted their youngsters to be buried separate from the adults, again for lower cost and for the reason they wanted them separate. So where would the non-baptized children be? Well, they're probably along this fence area right here. You notice that it's all empty in this section here. And the children are probably here. They almost never will have gravestones of any sort for them. And then it stops right about up to here. Okay, how many children will be buried here? I would say about 400 children are in this section. They don't take up much room, and since the superintendent of graves knows where the last burial was, they're able to put them into place. And this section here is the start of that pauper section that I told you about. So many of these were paupers. And then once you go up to there, you start into the adult section, which paid for their graves. So the gravestones in the back only came in around 1952, and they filled in where the pauper section never reached. And so this pauper section is enormous. And I pasted out beforehand, and I came up with a number of about 400 adult burials in the pauper section. Right, the fraternal group at Precious Blood was strong enough to pay for the burials as they happened in the paupers, but they weren't strong enough to get too many gravestones around. Remember, South Holyoke, where Precious Blood Church was the poorest neighborhood in Massachusetts and in New England for its entire history. So for about 170 years. And then this part in the back is where they started putting regular adults. Okay, so that's your visit to the baby section. And I'm glad that I figured out where it was. This is probably my favorite cemetery since I live close by. And I understand it very well, but it's very hard to find that baby section. Okay, so thank you very much.